All right, so it is exactly 5 minutes past 12 or 11 rather, and you are listening to the mid-morning talk on Salam Media with your host, Mehreen Mia. Yesterday, we celebrated or commemorated a National Women's Day in South Africa, remembering the struggles of the women of 1956. And I think it's only fair that we continue to remember their struggles, but also our celebrate what we have achieved thus far since 66 years ago. Yeah, that's how long it has been. Alhamdulillah, mashallah. Women have come very far from the struggles and which led us to where we are here today. So we are celebrating phenomenal women this month, and one such woman is Professor Mehreen Mia. We're going to be discussing Empowered Women Redefined. Now, Professor Mehreen Mia is no stranger to Salam Media. You know, we had a segment with her back in 2020 as well as 2019. She's a global speaker, multiple award winner, global goodwill ambassador, humanitarian business owner, and so much more. And she's joining me right now on the line. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Professor Mehreen, and shukran for joining me. I'm sorry, I can't seem to hear Professor. Professor, are you there? Assalamu alaikum. All right, we seem to have lost Professor Mehreen Mia, probably due to some connection issues, but we're going to try and re-establish connection with her. So that we can continue with this discussion on empowered women redefined. Now, what does empowerment as a woman in general, and as a woman living in South Africa? What are your struggles, and how has being empowered helped you get through your life, helped you get through your struggles, helped you overcome your challenges? How did you overcome your challenges through empowerment? Did you get assistance from someone, or did you do it on your own? Did you get some help from books, etc.? Because, you know, these days there are self-help books that help people out there to achieve whatever it is they need to achieve, but not everyone, because some of us live in a fantasy dream world and we just love reading other genres, which does not include self-help. But yeah, talk to us. So you can leave your comments in the comment section, or you can send them to us on WhatsApp. The number is 061-766-0355. How has empowerment, being empowered, changed your life? And what do you think we're doing enough to empower young women, young girls in the country, in the world? Are we doing enough to empower them? And if you feel like we are not doing enough to empower them, you can also leave your comments in the comment section. And also, when it comes to empowerment, we cannot forget to empower the young men and the young boys in our lives as well. Seems like we have got Professor Mehreen back on the line. Assalamu alaikum, Professor Mehreen.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, Sister Maryam?
Alhamdulillah, all good, in yourself?
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, all well.
All right, yesterday we celebrated National Women's Day, and we are continuing with the celebration, highlighting phenomenal women, celebrating phenomenal women as well. So being an empowerment specialist, how do you define an empowered woman?
I think it doesn't need too much more definition as to just each woman looking into themselves. We've had empowerment is not, it's not, it might be something we're using now as terminology, but empowered women have been in existence since over 1400 years ago. And the best of the version of an empowerment example, we know, is Khadija was my mentor. But look around you, look within your homes. I come, for example, from a lineage of women, from my grandmother to my mom to my aunt, you, your family, every one of us has empowered women around us. An empowered woman is not necessarily somebody holding a certificate. An empowered woman is somebody who knows how to handle stress, how to do stuff properly, how to make decisions clearly. And is that not what every woman does on a daily basis anyway? They've been doing it from waking up early to deal with whatever you have to with your home, with your children, with your family. And it takes different decisions throughout the course of your day. You're making family and life decisions. Who's eating what? Who's allergic to what? Small things like that are decisions that you are taking, and that's not corporate level. That's you making choices for people's lives. So an empowered woman is a woman who is actually going to empower herself to find that better version of her who is true to her sense of self, and to redefine that as the best version of you so that you live your role that you have to play to the best possible way that it can be lived, inshallah. So you need to, as an empowered woman, be able to find your strength with your weakness. Be honest with yourself about what works and what doesn't work. And that is how you become empowered as you grow yourself and develop yourself. You find the balance like our Hazrat Khadija radiallahu anha did. Your business, your career, your money, your stature, you you know, how you are in your relationships with your spouse, with your children, with your etiquette, everything about you in complete balance. That's what an empowered woman is defined as, inshallah.
Hmm. Now, what are some of the challenges you have found women having that hinders them from progressing?
There are so many, Sister Miriam, and I think some of them
Mm.
people don't like to be talked about, especially openly. But there are quite a few, and the few that come to mind, obviously, is the stigma that
Yes.
society attaches to women because of issues that happen. I think one of the worst things that disempower women is slandering and gossiping that goes on in our societies about other women. And instead of actually helping to grow other
Mm-hmm.
women, to stand by women, we have other sisters sadly themselves pushing other women down. These are all things that are factors in society, and they're based on what actually disempowers women. Women themselves disempower themselves actually by becoming lazy too, because they prefer things to just get done, as opposed to trying to learn things for themselves, to grow themselves, benefit themselves. And of course, another factor that comes to mind, which is disempowering, is when you allow for controls to be set for you and standards and norms to be set for you to live your life, but your standards are based from outside of you and not for you. These are just the few that come to mind, but there's quite a few. And I think the key factors are we need to stop with the negatives that we do to hurt each other in society, especially women against women. We're not here to compete with each other. And trying to slander and gossip and create all of that, there's reasons why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't allow these things. So do not fall falter in aspects about another sister. Rather try and help her to grow her, inshallah.
Mm. And it's quite a shame, you know. It's quite sad that some women thrive off of this, you know. They thrive off this pull her down syndrome, of this starting rumors about someone, spreading them, and spreading the rumors as well. It's very sad and unfortunate because you know we when we think about what we go through as women, it's a lot.
Mm,
We go through a lot as women, and the last thing that you need is another woman bringing you down or another woman against you instead of supporting you. I mean, we do not know what the other person is going through. We do not know the challenges
yes,
of the other person. So rather just be kind and give them the benefit of the doubt.
of course, alhamdulillah. Who is there to judge other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So
Hmm.
even if somebody is negative or in their wrong, it is not for you to judge that wrong. It is for you to help build on that wrong to make it right. So when your sister or you hear something about somebody, it's not up to you to actually pass that on. It's up to you as a Muslimah to find that fellow sister and rather help her, develop her. Is this really this that is going on? Is this really what happened with you? Is this the case? Is it not the case? But do not allow for mere gossip and strategies like that to hurt another sister with it not being founded on no basis. That really can
Hmm.
disempower somebody, and especially if it's done unfairly,
Hmm.
without doubt.
And it becomes our greatest downfall because during a time when we should be together, we are actually against each other, which is quite sad.
Yeah.
Sister Mehreen, we are going to take a quick break and we will continue thereafter. So please stay with us.
Sure.
It's a new beginning. It's a new era.
There's no smell that takes me back to the comfort of my childhood than the smell of flaxseed oil being applied by my nanny. Now I'm using tib flaxseed in my own home to soothe sniffles and coughs, to help with digestion and immunity, and of course, as part of my beauty routine. After all these years, I've come to appreciate the wisdom in finding comfort and shifa in trusted treatments like tib flaxseed. You can find tib flaxseed at all leading pharmacies or find out more at flaxseed.co.za.
Whoever fasts Ashura, it is as if he has fasted the entire year. And whoever gives charity this day, it is like the charity of an entire year. Donate from only 500 Rand this month of Muharram to any of our campaigns and reap the rewards. Visit our website at www.pennyappeal.org.za to do a quick and easy donation, or visit the site for more information on our First Relief, Orphan Kind, Hifts Orphan, Feed Our World, and the Mosque Project. Penny Appeal. Small change, big difference.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness, and every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and freezer card calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
When the perfect blend of stylish decor, exquisite halal cuisine, and warm hospitality come together, it could only mean Al Bayt Lodge, your true home away from home. Al Bayt is the ideal heaven for families, business people, and tourists, with its 4-star family rooms and other luxurious facilities, conveniently situated close to Port Elizabeth Airport, the beach, and other amenities. Your stay will be truly unforgettable, as you'll be taking home lasting memories of the warm hospitality, the serenity and tranquility that Al Bayt has to offer. For reservations, call 041 583 6415 or visit www.albaytlodge.co.za.
It's a new beginning. It's a new era. Salam Media, humanitarian journalism.
18 minutes past 11, you are listening to the Mid-Morning Talk on Salam Media with your host, Tamari Mukwanda. We are celebrating phenomenal women during this Women's Month. And with me is Professor Mehreen Mia. Professor, shukran for staying on the line. Life consists of ups and downs. Sometimes you may face a moment when you feel that your life has hit a brick wall and you're unable to feel happy until the main concepts of your life are changed for better. So how can women redefine themselves?
There's quite a few ways. Number one, but let me just firstly correct this. The surname of me is just Mia, so it's Mehreen Mia. I'll say this.
All right.
So in terms of redefining you means that you need to actually firstly know what is your definition. In order to redefine something, you have to know what the definition is. What is the initial definition? What about the definition is wrong or needs to be altered for you to redefine that? So the same applies to you as a woman right now. But you have to ask yourself the question, define who you are at the moment. You have to sit really introspect honestly and ask yourself the pros and cons about you. And remember now I'm saying about you as a woman, as a you. Not you in the role you're playing as a wife, as a mother, etc. And you as an individual. Ask yourself as the woman, as the individual that you are, certain things about you. And only you would be able to answer that. To be empowered as a woman, you need to be able to be honest with yourself about yourself. So that's the first thing is key, to define who you are define what it is about you that you know needs to change, and how do you change it is then when you start to redefine. What is it about you that needs to be altered? But the key to the whole thing is about you becoming aware. You cannot change anything unless you're aware that it needs to be altered or changed. But we are so blessed as Muslimah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the Quran, and in the Islamic book, which is the way of life for us all, He's given us an entire chapter for how we have to define our lives, how we have to be better, how do we have to live our lives as Muslim women in this world. As part of this ummah, what are your rights, etc. And so I ask each one of us as Muslim are listening right now, if you wish to redefine, what better way to start than to actually look at what Allah has defined for you, and then base your definition of who you need to be as the empowered woman, who He has so rightly given you the right to be. Find your definition in that kitab. Find your definition in the Quran. The Quran has got everything in you. Has any woman actually, other than reading it in Arabic throughout the days or in Ramadan, have you taken the time to at least find that chapter that's for you, even if it is one line at a time in English? Understand where it's coming from. What is the teaching for you? How does it apply to you? And apply it in your life. Remember, for example, quick analogy. If you're hungry, you're going to a fridge, you take out stuff from your fridge. I've used this analogy before. You're going to take out stuff, whether it's milk, cheese, or whatever, because you want to make a sandwich or a cup of tea. If that ingredient is spoiled, you are not going to use it. Why? Because you're aware that it's toxic for you. Correct? So what are you going to do? You're going to replace or take out tea. Either you're going to use crackers or have a black tea, but you're not going to use what you know is toxic for you. In order for you to know that you're not going to use that, you know already that if you take something in that's bad for you, it is going to harm you. The same applies to your life. Life right now, if you need to redefine you and redefine your life and standards for your life, then do the fridge analogy. Sit and think about it. Is this going to actually be toxic for me? And if it is, what can I replace or redefine this to be and work for me? This is how we have to start off. But it starts out with awareness, and the awareness has got to be honest awareness, honest introspection. Because Allah knows you and you know you. Nobody else knows you. So when you want to do these kinds of exercises to redefine who you are, be the better person for you that you need to be, empower yourself, you have got to know first, I have to be honest with myself to do this, way to work. Inshallah.
All right, but perhaps one doesn't really know themselves as they thought that they knew themselves. How then can one redefine themselves if they still struggling to find or get to know who they really are?
Well, the first thing is you need to obviously go through an introspection phase. That's like a whole workshop in one question that you just asked me. But the whole thing is, do a mini workshop on yourself and ask yourself whether you really truly are happy when you're doing certain things. You got to be aware before you speak. If you've got 3 kids, for example, before you speak to each of them, become a little bit aware of what tone you use with each one. Are you using the same tone with each one or different ones? When you are in a group of, if you're at a family gathering, for example, and there are certain people around you, are you reacting differently in a specific space as opposed to the next one? The key is for you to be aware of yourself. And the number one that is a benefit that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to each one of us is that we have this gift of choice. We have the gift of understanding. We have the gift of thought. We have the gift of analysis. We have the gift of being able to make changes that are necessary. But in Allah's wisdom, He knows what is best for you. And sometimes the more you push in your life, that you wish and want something that is there because you want it to be there, and yet His wisdom, He knows it is not good for you, it will make you sick. It will make you feel the toxicity of it. You will continue living in the toxic bowl that you're living in until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes you realize this is not working for you. The negatives are working for you, and it's not what I wish for you. You need to get yourself out of it. So the number one thing is to sit and do a proper introspection analysis of you. What are your pros in your life right now? What are the cons in your life right now? What are the things that make you happy? What are the things that are making you gloomy? What are the changes that you think you need to make? And if some of them, might seem very vast as a change, but they're not necessarily that big, because these changes are for you from within yourself. And it does not mean that becoming an empowered woman makes you become powerful, so you become disrespectful to anybody in any way whatsoever, or that you start dictating to other people. No. Empowering yourself, if you do it with the purest of intention, remember everything we do is for Allah alone. If you do it with the purest of intention to be the most empowered version of yourself and the trueness of you needs to come forth, Allah knows your niyat already. Allah will make it easier for you step by step, but is to acknowledge that what you have done wrong is wrong, therefore I am feeling wrong. I need to make it right. I need to change it to become right. What are the changes that needed to be made? You yourself will get that as you go through the process of workshopping yourself. And inshallah, Allah will be the best of guidance. But like I'm saying, you need to be able to know, this is me from my past. Detach yourself either from what is toxic for you now, or you learned toxic behavior from before. But grow through your phases of what you need to be and what you need to change, because that's the whole idea to do for yourself. Don't try and make yourself, throw certain things under a carpet because I need to be better. No, grow with it. Say that it's okay that I'm not okay. It's okay that I'm feeling like this. It's okay that I'm wrong in this. I will grow through this and I will become even better, inshallah. But it's all a process, and you need to allow yourself to go through that process. That process of pain, process of anguish, the process of change, all of that is necessary because that's what grows you to become more empowered. Life is never going to be easy ever. It's always going to throw you an obstacle. But if you become empowered enough and you have enough of your yaqeen in you, and you know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always there, you will know that your empowered being and your empowered new you, redefined, is going to allow for you to be able to make clear decisions when the next hurdle comes. Inshallah.
Inshallah, Ameen. And final thoughts and advice going forward. When it comes to the topic of empowerment, it is very vast, and it's necessary to empower ourselves in the different aspects of and different times of our lives as well. What advice would you give to the listeners, to the women out there going forward?
I'd say the first thing is to understand that you were created by the one who knows you best, and that is your creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if He's created you, He's created the gift in you. So first, know and acknowledge that you as a woman right now, you are a gift unto yourself. Besides you being a gift unto your family, unto your parents, and to whomever, I want for each one of us to realize we are a gift unto ourselves first. When you know that you are a gift unto yourself, you will give gratitude and shukr to Allah every day for Him giving you the life you have. Despite your adversities, remember every little bit of adversity you face, everything that is difficult for you, is actually what is an opportunity for your growth and you getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So to be able to become the empowered woman that you deserve to be able to find the true, most authentic version of you, to be the best version of you, and to live the best life that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wishes for you, the first thing you need to do is first say, thank you, Allah, for giving me my life. Thank you for giving me the gift of being me. And this is what I wish for everybody to know, is you are a gift unto yourself. Do not allow boundaries and do not allow for standards and norms for you, to be set from outside of you. That is already set from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let us give Him praise, let us give Him thanks, and let us grow with Him. And in Him we will know that He has the best of plans to grow us, the best version of us, inshallah. Ameen.
Inshallah, Ameen. Jazakallah so much for your time, Professor, and have a wonderful day, and may you continue being, adding more to your life as it is, because I wrote there and more, but I know you will be back with more accolades to your name. Kudos for being a phenomenal woman. Have a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam and jazakallah khair. It was always lovely to hear you again and be with you. And I ask everyone to please make dua, especially for my marhum dad, Prof. Mia. Allah grant him and all marhumeen Jannatul Firdaus, inshallah. And I ask the dua for my mom to give her blessings with long life and sabr and courage as she goes through this as well, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Professor Mehreen Mia, global speaker, multiple award winner, global goodwill ambassador, humanitarian business owner, professor, and so much more, taking us through redefining empowerment. Why did I get tongue twisted over there? But Yeah, it is also a time when the debate over empowerment and equal opportunities for women grab the headlines. So we need to redefine empowerment. We need to redefine ourselves. And first of all, it starts with you. Define who you are as a person. Become aware of yourself, the things that you do, and your surroundings, and do a proper analysis. Don't try to shy away from the things that makes you you. If you are an emotional person who cries all the time, that's okay, because it's part of who you are, and that makes you you. Be proud of that. Be proud of who you are. Don't shy away from the things that makes you you, and don't forget to always thank Allah for giving you your life. And as Professor Mehreen said, that you are a gift unto yourself, and who gave you this gift? It's the Creator, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, God. So thank God, thank Allah for giving you your life. You are listening to the Mid Morning Talk on Salam Media. We will be right back.